All right, beginner flutes, what's going on? This is Mr. Davila. So I wanted to kind of show you how to make sounds on a head joint for flute. Okay, so let's take a look at our flute head joint. This little hole right here is called the aperture hole or the tone hole, and that's where all the air is going to be going through. Okay, and then you notice that when you look at the head joint, you're going to see right here this plate here. This is actually going to be our lip plate. That's where our bottom lip is going to go, right here in the crooks of it right here. And then we'll have a small little miniature plate, okay? So if you're actually putting the small miniature plate against your lips, that's the wrong side. So you always got to make sure that you're putting this larger side here that actually goes in right here on the bottom of your lip, right where your lip ends and your face meets. That's where you line up this hole, okay? So take a look at the hole. Okay, and I'll put it as closest to the camera as possible. Okay, you're going to match this little line right here that I'm pointing to. That is going to match to the bottom of your lip and when your face meet. So for mine, it's right here where my bottom of my lip and my face meet right here. That's where I'm going to put this line. Okay, so this is what it looks like here. Okay, like this. And if you're holding it properly, you can do a thumb and two fingers like this. You find your spot. And then you play, okay? So here's how you play. When you find your spot, you're actually going to blow your lips apart by saying the syllable poo, P-O-O-H, like this. Watch. Just like that. One more time. You see that small little space in between my lips? That's what happens. So when I line it up here and I go, that's what happens, okay? And then we get our sound to appear, okay? So again, thumb, two fingers, hold here. If you can get that sound on a head joint, you're doing it right, okay? You can also do a covered sound like this. It's going to be low. And you can do a high sound. How you do a high sound is when you go, you're actually going to try to blow air over the wet part of your bottom lip. Or you can think of moving your lips forward like a kiss, like this. Check it out. You see my bottom jaw, my lips go forward. And then you can try it without it. Let's see if I can do it. There you go. Go forward. They go in my aperture hole, the little hole right here. It actually gets smaller. It gets smaller and more laser-like. Okay? So if you can do that, if the hole gets smaller and more laser-like, you're going to be able to get the high note. Let's see if I can get closer. Okay. Okay, it's important that you can get the low and high sounds because you're actually showing that you can play octaves. If you can play octaves on flute, that means you can actually master the entire instrument. If you can only get the low sound for now, that's okay. But just remember that there's certain little things that you can do to get the high notes. Like you can actually, this hole right here, the hole where the aperture hole where the air is coming out of, you can make it smaller. And you can move your lips forward. I'll give you the side version. Watch. So it's kind of like making your airstream a little bit more defined, a little bit more laser-like, and it's a small movement. Just like that. You saw my face go a little bit forward? Just like that. All right, guys. Well, if you have any questions, come find me in the band hall. We'll see you soon.